straight up.
Thanks.
Yep, it's going.
All right, so we just want to demonstrate exact words, okay? And I noticed when we showed the film before that you were going with the spider. So do you have a specific memory of the spider?
Yes.
Okay. All right, and when you just think about that now, what's going on in your body right now?
I feel scared. Just feel really scared.
Where's that? Where's the scared feeling?
All over my whole body's just like I got shivers before, so I just feel shivers. Yeah, just the whole body.
Okay. So even though my whole body's got shivers, just thinking about going to the spider thing.
Going to the spider thing.
I accept myself. Deeply and completely. Even though my whole body's got shivers. Just thinking about going to the spider thing. I accept myself. And my body's response. Deeply and completely. Even though just thinking about this spider thing. Has got my whole body shivering. I accept myself. And this response. My body's just trying to protect me. I accept myself deeply and completely. My whole body was shivering. Just thinking about going there. Just thinking about the spider. Just thinking about the memory of the spider. My whole body was shivering. My whole body shivering. Just thinking about the spider. Imagining the spider. Imagining the memory of the spider. My whole body shivering. Okay, so take a deep breath. How does that feel now when you just imagine? Can you tell me more?
Yeah.
Imagine telling me more. So go to the crowded chop point while you talk about this spider memory. How old are you?
Okay. 4 comes to my head.
About 4?
Yeah, about 4.
And what is it that you see?
I'm lying on the ground in my bedroom, and there's a little doll cot behind me, and I'm just laying flat with my hands up above my head. And
what's coming up in your body now? Where is it?
In my I can say my throat, just my throat.
Okay, even though I've got this feeling in my throat. When I picture that picture. Like being 4 lying on the floor.
Lying on the floor.
With my arms up.
And
I can feel that feeling in my throat. What's the emotion? Is it fear?
Yeah.
All this fear in my throat.
I
accept myself. Deeply and completely. I can picture that 4-year-old in the bedroom. With her arms up in the air. All that fear trapped in my throat. I accept myself deeply and completely. It's already going, isn't it?
Yeah.
That remaining fear in my throat. When I imagine me as a 4-year-old. Lying on the floor in my bedroom. With my arms up. Is there anything left in your throat? See how calm she is already?
Yeah. No.
What happens next? Keep going.
My hands are open, and the spider comes into my hands. Yeah, the spider's
How big's the spider?
Big.
Yeah,
He looks big.
Yeah, this big spider coming into my hand.
Big spider coming into my hand.
This big spider coming into my hand. I'm only 4. It looks really big.
It does look really big.
And it's coming into my hand. This big spider coming into my hand. So back to the crowded chop point. Even though I've got this big spider. Coming into my hand. I'm only 4. I accept myself. Deeply and completely. Even though I'm only 4. And there's this big spider coming into my hand. I accept myself. And all my responses. My body was just trying to protect me. I accept myself deeply and completely. This big spider coming into my hand. I was only little. I was only 4. I can see that little 4-year-old hand. And that big spider. That big spider.
That big spider.
Coming to that little 4-year-old hand.
Coming into that little 4-year-old hand.
All the fight and flight responses going berserk.
All the flight and flight responses going berserk.
Mm-hmm. Feeling it in my throat.
Feeling in my throat.
All that fear.
All that fear.
Processing and releasing it.
Processing it and releasing it.
That big spider in that little hand.
That big spider in the little hand.
Okay, so back to the karate chop point. So is there anything left in your throat when you think about that? That little 4-year-old lying on her back with her arms up.
Only when she screamed, I guess, when she realised.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
wanting to just throw the spider on the ground and run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So how big was it in her hand?
Oh, big, but it's just 'cause she's little, yeah.
What colour is the spider? Is it black?
Yeah, hairy. I just think like a huntsman.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's hairy.
So you can see the hairs. Mm-hmm. Even though I can see the hairs. This big hairy spider. I accept myself. And all my reactions. Deeply and completely. Even though I'm only 4. And there's this big hairy spider. Covering my hand. And I just want to throw it. I accept myself. Deeply and completely. Even though I've still got this memory. And all this fear in my throat. Of myself as 4. With a big hairy spider in my hand. And I just want to throw it. I accept myself. Deeply and completely. I was only 4. I wasn't expecting a big hairy spider. I can still see the big hairy spider. Coming into my hand. I just wanted to throw it. This big hairy spider. I just wanted to throw it. This fear in my throat. Processing and releasing it. My body was just trying to protect me. I was only 4. I didn't expect a big hairy spider. No wonder I wanted to just throw it. Okay, so what colour was it? Black, brown?
Yeah, brownie colour.
Mm-hmm. So you can see all the hairs on it?
Yeah.
Can you feel it in your hand?
Yeah. Sweaty. I just think sweaty. Just feeling sweaty. Just sweaty comes to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So even though
I'm
just feeling
sweaty.
When I think about feeling the spider in my hand.
And I just think about feeling the spider in my hand.
And wanting to throw it.
I
accept myself. And all my responses. Deeply and completely. Even though I'm only 4. I didn't expect a big black, brown, hairy spider in my hand.
I didn't expect a big black, brown, hairy spider in my hand.
And I feel sweaty when I think about feeling it.
I feel sweaty when I think about in my hand.
Mm-hmm. I accept myself deeply and completely. This brown, hairy spider. I can still feel it in my hand. And it makes me feel sweaty. I didn't expect to feel it. I didn't expect to see it. And I feel sweaty all over. I just want to throw it. Feeling that feeling of it in my hand. Seeing the hairy spider. I feel sweaty. All that fear. I just want to throw it. Processing and releasing that feeling of it in my hand. Okay, so when you think about that now, so there's a little 4-year-old lying on her back, arms up, there's a spider coming into her hand, a hairy brown spider. Feel it in her hand, she just wants to throw it. Where's the fear gone?
It's not there. Yeah, it's not there.
You could see it wasn't there, couldn't you?
Yeah.
So if you imagine now a hairy spider in your hand.
Yeah.
He's your friend.
So for a 4-year-old who wasn't expecting that, and it was just there, unexpected stuff is part of a characteristic of trauma. So it's unexpected, and unexpected seeing it and feeling it and just wanting to throw it because not understanding what it is. So if an unexpected spider came out today or tomorrow, or you saw one on the chair or in your hand, or you watch that movie again of the lady with it in her hand, can you imagine seeing that again with it in her hand?
I don't get the shivers.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Done. And see how I just used her exact words?
Yeah.
And the specifics of it, seeing it, feeling it, hearing it, response in your body. All gone. Yeah. Well done. Thank you. Press the button again. Thanks.